This is Gary in Zone 8B. I'm going to do a unboxing. This was Haas Tools had a sale. It's already over with now, but it's basically 50% off on their garden seed. I already bought some garden seed, but since it's 50% off, I bought more. And it's been at least 2 weeks since it's been sitting in the house for about 2 weeks. And so it's been about a month, I guess, whenever I bought this. And just for the fact that I've been out in hospital with my wife, and so I hadn't been able to open up the box. So some of the stuff I kind of had an idea of what I ordered, but don't know for sure. The main thing that I ordered this time was they had the kit for the irrigation, for your small irrigation part. This is the deal that regulates it. This is your main line. They give you the hose to go down the length of the rows. I think they said you're not supposed to go over 30 feet for rows. So if I go one direction, they'll only be 30 feet long, so I can do that. And they give you two of those. They give you some of the goof plugs and be able to poke the hose in it. I live in a 60-inch rainfall belt, and you would think that if you had 60 inches a year, on average, that's 5 inches a month, and that's pretty much what we get, 4 to 5 inches a month. You'd never need irrigation. This year proved me wrong. We had a drought, and we're still in a drought, and we still missed the rain today. We was hoping to get one. So I got irrigation, and I think what it's going to do is it's going to be able to extend my tomato harvest. I could always get a good early harvest, but my tomato plants play out faster than most people. I'm hoping it does extend that. Also, if you're growing something like corn or something and you get right toward the end of the season, it really needs rain or needs water, you can give it water. Anyway, the bigger packs of seed that really wasn't on sale, I bought the Temperature sweet corn. Said I was going to plant sweet corn, but things happened, so I may plant this next spring. I also got some Indian flower corn, because why not? I'm not saying that's necessarily good or bad, but I really went into corn craze. The Temperature says they tried quadriploid, I think it's called. So it should be sweet, even if you have some other varieties around it. What I plan on doing is planting the sweet corn first, and then waiting about 3 to 4 weeks, and then planting whichever corn I decide to plant next year. For my flower corn, I'll plant them. The first one I'm going to be talking about that I got, and this is, I think, the 10 pack, I believe, is a cream of the crop plum drop F1 hybrid. Doesn't have pictures on it, but it was one of the kind of high priced ones, so since I was half price, I was able to afford it. These were all packed for 2023, so that's why they were on sale. They didn't have to go back and have to repack them, so it's easier to sell them at half price than it was to have to repack them. But that's going to be a new one. I never had planted before. This one here is Saucy Lady tomato. It is a paste tomato. It's supposed to be a bigger type tomato. So I'll be trying it. I've tried 3 different paste tomatoes last year. They all did pretty well. I still probably like Invincible the best, but I'll try that one. This is Invincible because I actually ran out of seed, so I did buy some more seed with it. And it's a 50 seed pack. They're not pelleted, so they should last a while. I really like this variety. It makes good, nice, plump paste tomatoes, and they're very disease resistant, which I have to have out here. But it's done really well for me. I never could grow womas. These I've been able to grow really well for the last 2 years. Red curry squash. Thought I'd give it a try. I haven't done that well with squash, but I did grow some spaghetti squash. The small wonder, I think, spaghetti squash. I was able to get some of it, but I may try squash next year. I didn't really try much this year. The next one is the purple cauliflower. I don't know why I keep showing the same. They don't have pictures on it. I'll turn it around. And it's just a purple cauliflower, and I need to start the seeds here pretty quick. I might be out for a week, so this is I'm kind of waiting to make sure I'm not going to be out away, so I can take care of the seedlings, because my son does the best job he can, but he's not really interested in garden seeds. So, but I'll start these inside. As soon as they poke their heads up, I'll bring them back outside. to plant, and I'm planting sometime in September. There's another cream of the crop Sunset Torch F1 hybrid tomato seed. I got the Total Eclipse squash, which is well, this has actually got some on it. Just a cool looking little squash. Like I say, I'll plant those next year. Sun Sugar tomato. Now, Sun Sugar is it's supposed to be more crack resistant of the Sun Gold. I haven't had that much problem with Sun Gold cracking, but I thought I'd just give it a try to see how see how difference in the taste is on them. I got 50 seeds for like, well, and it doesn't have the price on it. Okay. I think it's like $4 or something like that. The Gypsy pepper, if you'd ever grown Gypsy, they make a lot of pepper. It's a sweet pepper. They're very productive, do very well. I've always bought them as a transplant because the seeds are pretty high since they're half price. I went ahead and bought the seeds this year. But they do seem to have, if you want a really productive sweet pepper, these have done really well for me. This is a Mingle Mix tomato. I'm just gonna see how it does. It's supposed to have different kinds of different colors of tomatoes on the plants. Florida 91 tomato. Next year I'm going to use it to plant for a fall crop to see how they do on the fall crop. I will do a video on the fall crop tomatoes I had this year. They haven't done very well, and I was trying to figure out why. And I sprayed them with spinosad, trying to kill it, and I figured some type of worms that was eating on the leaves. And I went out one night finally and looked, and the fire ants were just eating up all the leaves. Not supposed to do that, but they did there. They're cutting the leaves off. And so I went in with some spinosad bait, and that stopped them. Roadster is another one. Again, I need to go this way. Roadster tomato. Well, it's got one of those. A Roadster tomato. It's just a good determinate tomato. If you ever want a good determinate tomato, good flavor. This one is Chef's Choice Black. It was probably the most productive tomato as far as the indeterminate type tomatoes. It did a really good job. The dates for maturity 75. I was most impressed with this one as far as I didn't get to taste a whole lot of them because it was at a time that my wife was in the hospital again. We've been in the hospital 4 times this year. And it was right at the time they were starting to make, and I think I gave almost all of them away, so I really didn't get a good chance to try them. But they're really pretty tomato and really productive. I think I had like 14, 15 tomatoes at one time that was ripening on one of the plants, which, for tomato plants, that's doing really good. Purple Shine eggplant. If y'all ever grown as Black Beauty, you might give the Purple Shine or any of the longer Japanese type eggplant to try. The Black Beauty is kind of like iceberg lettuce. It's probably the lowest quality of the eggplants. However, it keeps well, so that's why they sell them in the store. So these, you'll cut them, but you have to do something with them. They're not going to last for a week or 10 days like the other ones will. But it does really well in stir fry. You can fry them up like squash. You do have to try to put them in a paper towel, try to get the water out of them so it won't be mushy. But I know some people that's done that. That's using for, as a substitute for squash. They'll take on any flavor. If you want to put it in stew or something like that, it takes on the flavor of the stuff around it. It's very mild flavor, so it doesn't really change the flavor of anything. So if you're trying to hide some vegetables for your kids, that's a good way to do it. The Tachi paste tomato is another paste tomato I tried this year. It also did well. So I was going to give it, another go. So Hercules carrots. Now I don't need carrot seeds, but these Hercules carrots are really big, and I like really big carrots for whatever reason as far as growing them. 65 days maturity. So I'll be giving those a try. I have had problems. Last year they froze out on me. We got to have deep freeze, and I planted them again, and something ate them. I'm getting to wonder if it wasn't stupid fire ants. Couldn't ever figure that out. Again, I put out the spinosad bait, and whatever was eating them, it killed, and then I was able to go ahead and make a crop. They had to have a couple of these that survived, and actually they'll make a big old round tomato, that big around. Celebrity Plus is supposed to be an improvement of the Celebrity tomato. That's an old mainstay around here. I've had some luck with celebrities. One year I think I planted like 4 or 5 celebrity plants, and that's all I had, and they really produced well. Not the best tasting tomato plant. This one's supposed to have some enhanced disease resistance, so if they were cheap, I think it's $2 I bought for the pack of seed. I got 10 seeds, so if I find a spot, I'll try those. Chef's Choice pink tomato, I got these just because the Chef's Choice black did so well, and I've heard other people say they really like the Chef's Choice variety, so I'm gonna give it a try. Hidalgo poblano pepper, never haven't that much luck with poblanos, but I'm gonna give them a try this next year and see how they do. And and then the Mountain Vineyard tomato, I grew one this year. It was one of the ladies at work, it's her favorite tomato. It's one of your kind of plum size or grape size, used to call them grape tomatoes. Very sweet, makes very well. It really produces a lot. Fairly aggressive plant, but if you want a good grape type of tomato, I do recommend that. And then Sugar Prince pea, just because I hadn't had that many peas, so I thought I'd get another one. Again, I'll wait. It's way too hot to be planting these yet. And I think that is what I ordered. I know it came to a little over $200. But anyway, if you have any questions about them, just let me know. If you're saying, hey, you might want to try. If I have a couple people say they want to try, especially like the Chef's Choice varieties, I've got 50 seeds. I'm not going to need all 50, so I might do a drawing. If you put down in the comments saying, hey, I'd like to try one of the Chef's Choice tomato plants, I'll send you 5 or 6 seeds so you can try them. Just send them through the first class mail, so it only cost me a little over 50 cents to send them to you. But if you'd like to have a couple of those seeds, let me know. And if it's more than 2 or 3 people, then I'll make a drawing of the top 2 or 3 people. But anyway, thanks for watching, and hope to see you again. Bye.